Right, guys, welcome back to Social Slugfest. Hopefully, you like the new setup. I'm bringing you some big fights this week, so we had to step the game up. And the first fight I'm going to be going through is one I didn't think I'd ever be saying, and that is Floyd Mayweather versus Deji Olatunji. That is absolutely crazy. Deji was a guy who had 3 losses in the YouTube boxing scene. Everybody wrote him off, basically. But he's managed to secure a fight with Floyd Mayweather, who at this point, the guy's got so much money, he's basically just doing side quests in boxing really now. So, if we look at the statistics on the screen, you can see there's a 20-year age difference between the two. They're roughly the same height. The weight shouldn't be too much of a factor, and the reach, it's not going to matter. Deji could have a 10-inch reach advantage, and Floyd's still going to probably not let him touch him at all. It's a different fight to the Logan Paul fight. Firstly, we'll go through kind of the build-up to the fight. They've been very respectful towards each other. Obviously, with Logan Paul, we had the whole Jake Paul, got your hat, and all of that kind of business. And I think that actually pissed Floyd off quite a bit. But Deji's obviously been respectful. A lot of people are kind of questioning why he's been so respectful. Is it because he doesn't want Floyd to put the pace on him in the fight? He actually wants a bit more of an exhibition. But Deji just says he's been a gentleman. At the end of the day, he's got a lot of respect for Floyd Mayweather and what he's done for the sport of boxing. And he's obviously, he doesn't want to, I don't think he wants to kind of go down the route that Logan was trying to do. Logan is an absolute entertainer. I think Deji is kind of in there because he does want to maybe pick up a few things from Floyd whilst he's in there. He wants to kind of enjoy this experience. And I do think Deji is a bit more fearful than Logan. Logan was, when it came down to it, I don't think he understood that at any point against these YouTube guys, he can put your lights out. And he actually really tried to do that with Logan. This fight's slightly different because obviously the weight and the height's very similar. There's no intrigue there. Logan was a massive guy going in there against Floyd. Managed to last all of the rounds, took some big shots from Floyd. Is Deji going to be able to do that? If Floyd switches it on in there, is he going to be able to take those shots that Logan took? I don't believe so, because we've seen Deji tire before. If what Floyd done in his last fight, he fought that Japanese guy. Floyd was hitting him to the body and stuff as well. If this fight's like a 6-rounder, I think it is, or a 4-rounder maybe, if he starts going to the body, Deji has obviously improved his cardio, but has it improved to the extent where he can keep a good pace with Floyd Mayweather? Even at the age of 45, the guy is well known. He's a gym rat. He lives in the gym. So the guy's conditioning is going to be great. He's had so many fights. He's fought incredible actual athletes. So if he pushes that pace on Deji, it's going to be interesting to see how Deji reacts in that fight. For me, I genuinely think Floyd's going to go in there and kind of enjoy himself. I think Floyd has a soft spot for Deji. I don't know. They kind of look similar, to be fair. If you look at them on the screen there, I don't know. But I think just in terms of how respectful he's been and stuff, I think as long as Deji doesn't try running, swarming with punches or hitting with like rabbit punches or behind the head or under the belt and stuff like that, keeps it quite clean in there, I think Floyd will be happy to dance around a ring with him, basically. But what can we expect from Deji? I don't know, because Deji doesn't seem so confident in terms of his own ability, or maybe he's quietly confident, we don't know. But his trainer daily has said, I know what shot he's going to land on Floyd. So it's very interesting. Obviously, Deji's a southpaw, which poses its difficulties, but Floyd, his last exhibition was against a southpaw. He had absolutely no issues there. He did get caught once with like an overhand right, and he took a couple of body shots, but nothing scary for Floyd. Interesting, very interesting. So if I go to the Fousey fight here, you could see towards the end of the fight, it was very easy for Deji. You can see here, he's measuring control. He was nicely switching it up to the body and to the head, which obviously kept Fousey dropping his hands. And look at that, he spurs him on there to try and hit him. I don't think he'll be doing that with Floyd quite a lot. we can see. Listen, let's rewind to this. You can see here, calls him in. Nice, bang. He loves that hook and that cross from the southpaw stance, and it works really, really well for him. I don't think Floyd's going to be sat there doing research on this guy. He's probably got a team there saying, "Yeah, this is light work for you. Let's get this fight done." But Deji does really like throwing that combination. I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see it in. I would be surprised if we didn't see it in the fight. But yeah, I can't see other than like if you throw like overhand rights and stuff like that, you can catch someone. But if he throws that combination, is he gonna catch Floyd off guard with that? I don't believe so. We can if we look at Floyd in his last fight against that Asakura, there you go. You can see he's a southpaw as well, but Floyd's footwork is so good. He's constantly moving. He was smiling at him during the fight, and yeah, look, yeah, 1-2. You're not going to catch him with a simple 1-2, and he's just too advanced. Floyd was using his right hand beautifully. He was waiting for that cross to come in and moving out the way, and then just clocking him with the right hand. But it's an interesting fight in terms of what can Deji possibly do. I think if Deji wants to win in this situation, I guess it's a win-win anyway. But if Deji wants to win in this situation, realistically, he has to land like a noteworthy punch. If he goes a distance, that's absolutely incredible, because obviously Logan managed to go the distance, but most of the exhibitions don't seem to be. And yeah, I think that's it. I think if Deji shows himself in a good light, it'll be really good for him. It'll obviously make other fighters in the industry want to fight him as well. I know he wants that rematch with Jake Paul. I think he's got a few fights that he'd have to win first. Someone like maybe Gibb, Temper, and then start trying to fight like retired MMA guys like Jake has to try and build up that credibility. But fair play to landing in the fight. I don't know if I'll be watching this, but if I'm obviously up for the UFC, I might switch over and watch this. But I'll definitely be catching the highlights. There's a lot of other fights on the card. Anthony Pretty Boy Taylor's fighting on the card. He's fighting a guy called Jack Fincham, who was in Love Island in the UK. That I think might actually be the fight of the night, because Jack Fincham can apparently actually fight. He's had like a lot of amateur fights, so that's very interesting. Obviously, Tommy Fury's on the card. He's fighting some guy called, I don't want to say his name wrong, but something Bamba, Paul Bamba maybe. Should be a breeze for Tommy realistically, and they've got Jake Paul in attendance, so I think they'll probably try and set up that fight. But interestingly, they also will have KSI in attendance, so there's a lot of, in the social media world, there's a lot of shit that can kick off. So yeah, stay tuned. I'll bring you a reaction to the fight, but I hope you've enjoyed the new setup, and peace.